Hey everybody, welcome to Dad's Den of Pop Culture. I'm Dad, and that's my den. I haven't done that since my first videos. I got kind of a cool, goofy, kooky thing today. An auction that I won at a really good price, and it's a pretty incomplete toy. So that's kind of relevant. It's, I try not to get the stuff that's super incomplete nowadays because getting parts, the parts sometimes will cost more than the thing, than what you paid for the item to begin with. But I couldn't resist on this one. This object of which I speak is the Spider-Man Mobile Crime Lab. It's funny, I have to look through the little window here. The Spider-Man Mobile Crime Lab from Empire Toys. I'm acting weird here because, see, I have a computer screen right over there that I'm looking at to see how I'm framing objects, and I can't do it with this. So, Empire Toys, 1970s, did several of these kind of vehicles, clearly meant for Mego style figures. This is Spider-Man's. There was also one for the Hulk, which was also up for auction, and which I wish I'd bid more on to get. Because the Hulk cruising around in a van. And kind of almost like a VW camper van. You just gotta love that. There's also one for Chips. Huge picture of Paunch on the side. I'm going to spend too much money for that someday. Today's not that day, but I will do that one day. They also did... They had quite a few pieces of Spider-Man merchandise. There was also a Spider-Man helicopter. There was a Batcopter, which admittedly looks way better than the one Mego did. Some very cool stuff from Empire. Now this one, like I said, missing parts. So what do we got? Well, first of all, this is a child's toy. A child's plaything. And a child obviously affixed some of these stickers, so they're a little off here and there. We're missing the little front assembly here. We are missing the little red sort of tray that sits on top. But, since I'm doing this, get a look at the interior. Basically, there's a huge couch kind of thing going on in there. Gotta think he was trying to get the black cat in this thing at some point. I'm also missing a wheel, which you'll see. I cut a piece of cardboard so the thing will stand up balanced. Now, I'm going to end up displaying this thing on this side, and I'm happy. I got Spidey. I got Mobile Crime Lab. I'm a happy camper. I will try to replace these parts. The van also came with numerous little yellow pieces of equipment for the crime lab. There's like a walkie-talkie, a microscope, a whole bunch of stuff. Those are out there, and I'm going to try to grab at least a few of them. I'm not as worried about it because I just like it as sort of this crazy display piece. So as I say, intended for Mego figures, 8 inches tall. Now, I don't have a Mego Spider-Man because Mego Spider-Man is a little bit on the expensive side. Let's see if I can angle this thing down so we can keep the van mostly in frame here. My big old gut. I don't have the 8-inch Mego Spider-Man. Although now that Mego has the Marvel license again, I'm hoping to add all of that stuff to my collection. I do have this very cool Marvel Signature Series Spider-Man. Now, he's about 9 inches tall, and so when I bought this thing, I was going to get it one way or the other, but I'm going, I don't know if he'll scale with it that well, but frankly, he scales with it, I think, better than the 8-inch Mego figure would. And let's go ahead and put Spidey in the driver's seat here. We'll see how well he fits. Wow. Fits remarkably. Oops, there we go. Sorry, I got that lower now. Fits pretty well behind that driver's seat. I might use that for display. I might put him. I probably won't have him in the van, but I might have him, whoops, next to the van, enjoying the van life. And I have to admit, now I'm kind of obsessed with owning a whole variety of superhero vans. You know, like I said, the Chips one, etc. But Mego had the wait, no, should I try to get my face down here? No, probably not. Mego had the Batman van with the little like net on top. And I know I can get one of those, one of the replicas at a pretty good price. I think I'm going to pull the trigger on that one. I think they also did one, Metropolis, like news, you know, Daily Planet News. I have to check. I can't remember now. I think there was a Joker van as well. But you also got like Big Jim's Pack has like their RV. You got the Evel Knievel van. I now have a desire to buy all of the 70s van toys, especially the ones that really don't make any sense, because they're pretty delightful. It's easy to forget just how big vans were for such a long time before kind of falling out of favor again to the SUVs. Okay, Spidey, I know you're not going to stand up while I do this. I will also note that the door does slide open, although doesn't always slide easily. But you can sort of crack it open a little. Well, we're not going to mess with that. Take it from me. Without me picking this up and making a mess out of everything, it does slide open rather nicely. So there you have it. Empire Spidey Mobile Crime Lab from the 1970s. A fantastic toy that makes no sense within the Spider-Man milieu. And that doesn't matter because it's a really cool toy. And that's really all that does matter when you're talking about toys. It's their play value for kids. We're collecting them either, well, some people because they're rare and there's money in it. Some of us for nostalgia, and some of us because we have not only nostalgia, but also a weird sense of humor. And so, an imperfect little item, but I am incredibly happy I got it. I've cleaned the interior out a bit. I need to do a little bit more cleaning. It's just dusty. Nothing really bad or anything like that. Just a little dusty. And then, I don't know, I'm going to probably have him down with all the larger toys. I'm getting ready, hopefully this weekend, to finally put my shelving up so I can display a lot more of the stuff I've collected. And then leaving the larger items down on the Foot Locker. And so he'll probably be down there with Spidey. And I got a couple Spidey villains, which I've shown one of them off, Dr. Octopus from this line. I just recently got the Sandman. Still want to get good old Green Goblin. Still looking for one of those at a price that I can justify in my weird little brain. And clearly I can justify a lot. But I did actually get this at a good price. I was and I didn't know these existed when I saw it. It was just sort of a, what the heck are those? And ran over to eBay, looked things up, found the prices they went for, and I'm like, ooh, that's not a... If I could, throw in a lower bid and see if I get lucky, because that's actually pretty darn good. And I did, in fact, get lucky. And, my philosophy of toy collecting is I'm up all night to get lucky. And I'll stand by that. No, I did get lucky on that one. And again, kicking myself over the Hulk van. Because if you have a weird sense of humor and you love these kind of crazy toys, Hulk cruising around in a van is crazier by far than Spider-Man or Batman doing that. I just, deep in my heart, I just want to have a nice Hulk figure. Just, I don't know. I don't know what I have in mind for these things. I just, somewhere in my brain, I'm like, I need to have all of these crazy superhero vans and 70s vans gathered together under one roof. And then somehow we'll unleash all the good 70s vanness of it all and make the world a better place. Maybe I'm just a dreamer. I don't know. So anyways, there we have it. We have the, and I'm going to, all right, let's adjust this camera. Hello. The Mobile Crime Lab Spider-Man from Empire Toys. We got a little, what's the date on the bottom of this thing? Well, we got Empire, Tarboro, North Carolina. Made in the US of A. Copyright 1978. I don't know if I can get that to show up on the, nah, probably can't. Yeah, maybe you can actually, okay. Hey, you can kind of see it. So, copyright 1978. Carolina Enterprises Incorporated. Tarboro, North Carolina. There you go. If you've never looked at the Empire superhero type toys, go take a look. There's a bunch of them on eBay, and I think you'll be impressed. The design is actually really quite solid. So that's it. The Mobile Crime Lab Spider-Man, something to add to my Marvel collection. If you enjoyed this goofy little video, maybe think about giving it a like. Perhaps you would like to subscribe so you can see more of this gripping content, and maybe share with a friend, or frankly share with an enemy, depending on their attitude. And I will see you next time on Dad's Cinepop Culture. In the meantime, God bless everybody. Be kind to one another and try to have some fun. Try to have some Spider-Man fun.